7 signs that you are highly and dangerously anointed. Chosen one, the anointed one, the destiny child. The mantle and the scepter is for you to possess. The crown and the throne is for you to take. But many people do not know that they are anointed by God, because we are living in a society whereby education system, a governance and leadership and societal demand fashion a new person than whom God brought in this world. The Lord tells Jeremiah, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you, and I set you apart as a prophet to the nations. But the society, he was born in a priestly family, were ordaining him to be a priest, to take over from his father, who was a priest. But the Lord told him, no, you are not a priest. You are a prophet to the nations. 7 signs that can indicate or can point to something divine in you. Number 1 is rejection. Yes, they normally say rejection is direction. Rejection is one of the signs that you are a highly anointed. Why? Jesus said, if you belong to the world would have accepted you. But since you are not of the world hates you. So in most cases, despite there being rejections that you have to deal with because of the family background and the forces of darkness and all that, in most cases, rejection is a pointer that you don't belong to them. You belong elsewhere. So that's why you are not compatible with them. You become incompatible because you are of another kingdom. So rejection is a major indicator. You are highly and dangerously anointed. So what do? You now go to where you belong. Number 2 is derailment, procrastinations, things refusing to align with the time frame, especially societal demand, family expectations, and your personal desires are not aligning with the time. A situation whereby you know this is my time in terms of age. You look at your age mates. They have gone on ahead of you. You can see they have excelled. And you is as if you are somewhere. That derailment, whereby things seem to take too long before they happen, is an indicator. Do you know the reason why? The children of Israel stayed for 40 years in the wilderness. It might have sounded as if the journey had collapsed. But that delayment was a divine time frame for equipping and training for the destiny. That is very key. So derailment. We normally say derailment does not mean a denial. Number 3 is something we call unexplainable stagnation. Unexplainable stagnation, whereby you remain in one state for too long and nothing seems to change. Stagnation, meaning what? There is like you have been incubated. You have been put in a dormant state. You are redundant. You are not operational. It's as if you are in a womb and your attempt of moving is limited or is incapacitated or disarmed by a hand that is more powerful than you. So you stagnate. You remain in one area until a move has been decreed. Jesus told them that remain in Jerusalem until. So it was like you have been put in an incubator. You stay there until. So as we call it stagnation, but in the spiritual realm, it is a state of waiting on the Lord. So stagnation, you are not moving, you are not naturally growing. You get that? That is a sign that you are highly anointed, because it is not normal. Something else that is a sign that you are highly anointed is demonic attacks. Demonic attacks. There are those who are attacked because of subscriptions to the kingdom of darkness. But when you notice you don't have any relationships with the kingdom of darkness, but the kingdom of darkness keeps on attacking you. We normally say that a tree that does not have fruit does not get thrown, does not receive the throwing of the stones from the boys. So if you see Satan throwing stones at you, it's because you are a substantive. You are a kingdom of darkness threat. So number 4 is attacks that are unexplainable. And have you ever seen a situation whereby you are being attacked and you are fighting but you don't win? You are fighting but you're not winning. And there are others, they go and they fight through fasting and then they declare big victory. You, why are you not winning? Because God is using that battle to train you how to operate in the things of the spirit, and you function effectively. So number 4 is unexplainable attacks. Another thing that it shows that you are highly anointed is fighting with those in authority. Fighting with those in authority. We normally say 2 bulls cannot stay in the same cattle shed. So if you notice a person in authority, your boss, your pastor, or your mother, or even your father, something senior to you, you are always like struggling to coexist. You do not have harmonious existence together with someone in authority. Is because there is an energy in you that is provoking in terms of resistance to another authority, because an authority does not bend to another authority. You get that? Unless it is put under submission willingly. So if you have ever experienced a case whereby you have that battle, every time you come a senior person, there will always be tussles, pull and push, disagreement, and you are remember, in this case you are correct, you are always in obedience. But you and that pastor, or you and that senior person, you do not come into agreement or into harmony. You have to withdraw. That is a sign there is something in you that is challenging the authority in him. Another sign that shows you are highly anointed is jealousy. The spirit of jealousy, envy. You notice in you, although there are those who have it negatively, but if you notice in you, you have an aspect of jealousy. Whenever you see somebody is doing something excellently than you, you feel envious, you feel angry. That is a sign that there is something in you that is demanding excellence and performance as that, but you're not yet there. Another sign that shows you are highly dangerous anointed is pride. Pride that you cannot put under control, because anointing makes you feel bigger, what we call big manship syndrome. It makes you feel bloated. It makes you think of yourself higher than normal, and that one is seen through pride. Pride is one of the things, unless you yourself, you bring yourself to the humility under the mighty hand of God. Pride is an